Down the famous Glen Etive road, the Skyfall road, where James Bond was filmed. It's a wild, misty night in the Glen. So it is. I think this guy needs a hand. No, he said he's alright, he's got a puncture. It's a bad road for punctures because all the little lay-bys have got deep divots because they spend so little maintaining this extremely popular road. There's punctures on this road every single day, which is a real shame because it's stunning, as you can see. There's a big herd of deer up to my right. As it gets darker they come down to the road edge. There's probably about 50 to 70 deer up there. There's some up in the left as well. Always nice down here. I'll just stop quickly and show you up to my right. So that's the buccal, obviously, just up there. That's Glen Etive Moor. There's deer just on the break of the hill there. But it's misty, so the visibility is quite poor. But it's a beautiful, it's one of those kind of nice nights. It will be misty up there, it will be difficult to navigate, but it's still, you know, it's only unsafe if you don't know what you're doing. But I'm just showing you a beautiful road here. The river down to my left is just it's a great river for having a swim in, kayaking. The Triple Falls are just down here. Really popular spot with kayakers and like sport kayakers that do the waterfalls and stuff. It's quite technical. It's saying that, I've seen guys going over it in paddle boards, but they obviously know what they're doing. It's a shame to see the wee road crumbling everywhere. It really is. They just won't spend a penny on it, and that's why you see so many people on it with punctures. It's absolutely criminal. They won't repair a lay-by, they won't make a hard standing. In fact, just at the top, they've only recently done a little bit of parking for 7 cars, maximum stay 30 minutes. The first investment the road's had in about 50 years. That to my right there's probably the most decent lay-by in the whole place. But it's a passing place, it's not actually, you know, everybody's like this guy here bumped up onto the grass. It's a shame. People end up with punctures, they end up damaging their cars when all they're trying to do is get out in the wild and enjoy themselves. The government harp on about getting people out enjoying themselves, and then they literally charge you a fortune when you get out here, which puts people off. I mean, it really does. That route to my right there, that's my favourite route for going up the buccal. It's actually a little route I made myself. It's a good route. There's a few people with tents down to the left. this guy behind me past. No, don't like him behind me when I'm driving slow. Because I like to just enjoy the scenery. Don't like to be rushed. Nice little river down there as well. I'm going to go and get a few casts. It's beautiful. So it is. It's one of the most scenic roads in all of Scotland by far. Another tent down there. I know this boy that's got this camper. In fact, I know a few of them that's got the campers down here tonight. I remember them. There's quite a few campers. Nice van there. That's Triple Falls just to my left. It's a great spot. It really is. I've done a video on that before. So the river goes all the way obviously to Glen Etive, which is the sea loch. Goes all the way over the Fort William side. It's a great sea loch for fishing. It's very, very popular. But it's just a lovely night down here. It's stunning. It's absolutely stunning. And even when I like it when it's misty like this, especially at this time of year. There's still a little bit of a chill in the air. And all the tops are covered with mist and fog and heavy clag. So if you were up there, you would have problems navigating, and that's when skills are put to the test. You need to know what you're doing. The trick is, if you don't know what you're doing, don't go up. That's the trick. Triple Falls here's looking lovely again, it's beautiful. The lower falls, I mean, it's stunning. I've seen about 4 people that I recognise. Yeah, it's about time this road was upgraded and properly topped for once and for all, and the lay-by's done properly. Few parking areas, free, get people out, you know, put in a little couple of concrete buns for their barbecues and stuff. At the end of the day, people are going to come anyway, so you may as well, you know, make it practical. And do you know that in all of Glencoe you won't find a bin? You won't find a bin in Glencoe, which is madness. And I get that they overflow, but if they're serviced properly and the authorities actually do something, then it works. There's no like a central place where people can camping folk can like dump stuff and it can get collected. A couple of big bunded areas, you know, with decent bins. Nothing at all. This is the lower end of Glen Etive down there. Up to the left you've got Ben Starave and a few other crackers. That's a big day out. That's a 12-13 hour day. I was on it once and I had to come off. I just hit the wall, had no energy at all, low blood sugar, and went back again and I done it, and it was it's a crappy phone holder. It was a big day. I remember it being a big day. It was tough. Big loop walk, goes for miles. And this is the kind of bottom end now. The river's starting to gain a bit of momentum down here. A few nice camp spots. And a couple of nice fishing spots too. But the road's just a disaster. It's crumbling, like, it's really sad to see. More campers, a big tent there. Barbecue going, enjoying themselves. I mean, the authorities seem dead against it, but really what they're doing, you know what I mean? What harm are they doing? It's just people out having a beer, having a barbie, enjoying their evening, enjoying life, doing nothing wrong. And the authorities seem hell-bent on stopping people doing it. It's crazy, it really is. Like I've been saying for a long time, everything, all the parking all over Scotland's getting monetised by parking meters. It's absolutely shocking. But it's never surprising, is it? There's a lot of campers out tonight. There's another 2 or 3 tents. You see, that's what I'm saying, it's a super popular area. It just needs to be a better setup. I mean, people just here to enjoy themselves. Look, tents everywhere, barbecues. They're really doing no harm at all. Shame, man. So it is. I was going to fish there at that spot, but they've got it. It's a really great drive. It goes for miles, and you're getting lower and lower and lower, which shows you the elevation and the height of Glencoe. It's just beautiful coming down here. And I've done a lot of Glencoe. So many summits. You could literally spend 10 years climbing around Glencoe and probably not conquer it all. I know that people say they've done all the Monroe tops and stuff, but that doesn't capture all of Glencoe. There's so many incredible routes that aren't actually classed as Monroes. Big days out, you can go up into these hills. I've spent days in them at a time out there. And I've spent weeks at a time in Glencoe. That valley up to my right there is phenomenal. If you know where you're going, it leads you round to the back of the Lost Valley, which is a fascinating kind of walk. It's a brilliant walk, so underrated. Well, it's quite a hard going initially because you're gaining altitude. But once you're over the other side, it's just beautiful. There's a camper. people down the Glen tonight. Bloody loads of van. I know this green van up ahead, I've seen him a few places in Scotland. I've seen him around. It's funny, you memorise people's vans and they wave at you as if they recognise you back. It's good crack. You can feel how bumpy the road is down here. It's a huge amount of water through it, so it's just breaking up. Yeah, it is him. I can smell the barbecue there, I can smell the food. There's another tent to the left, there's tents everywhere. Probably seen 100 tents. It's such a popular place. It's crazy. It's crazy how popular it is, actually. I highly recommend it if you want a safe night out camping. It is. Just get here early, get a good pitch, and you'll only meet nice people in Glencoe, especially in Glen Etive. Everyone's here for the same thing, wee bit of camping, enjoy themselves, and I've never heard of anything bad happening. You get female solo campers, male solo campers, couples, people with their kids. It's a super safe place. Everybody's friendly. Oh, I love it. Love this part of Scotland. Stunning, stunning place. Really is. I can tell why people are obsessed with Glencoe when they come down Glen Etive Road. It's just a beautiful road. It's probably Scotland's most stunning road. There are a few other close contenders. For sure there are. But this has certainly got to be up there with the best of them. Probably. See, given the right conditions and the right light and stuff like that, every road in Scotland, especially off like the beaten track, is beautiful, but this road just stands out itself for so many valleys, waterfalls, tops, you know, big cascading falls off the summits, trees, huge rocks. When it rains you get torrents coming down. It's beautiful. It's magical. That's why people come here, because it's just such an escape. I get caught out here before, broke some brackets on the night heater, and I had to go under the van here and take it off. Little bit of roadside improvisation, so it was. And funnily enough, there are people that live down here, there are dwellings down here, all the way at the bottom, which is really far out, you know, well off the beaten track. You're not finding a shop for a pint of milk. That's for sure. It's some place, it really is. I love everything about it. There are certain, I wouldn't normally be down here because it gets so busy this time of year. I try and avoid it. I literally try and avoid it. I call this the silly season because it's so busy, and I prefer it a little bit quiet. I prefer a few less people. However, it is nice to come and you bump into people down about the Three Sisters or down at the Glen Etive if the music's on. There's usually a band on there at night down the bottom of Glencoe, and there's always great music. Well, the road goes for another couple of miles, but I'm actually going to turn here and head back. Look at that nice tent box there. Nice rooftop tent. So I could keep going and going and going, but you get the gist. It goes and it goes and it goes. It's beautiful, and this is the bottom end. It's lovely. Now I've got the long drive all the way back to the top, so I'll call it quits there. Okie doke. Hope you enjoy that.